Hi scrapbookers! Today I have a second page for this layout, which I called Christmas Tantrum. And the way that I did this layout was I only had one sheet of that background paper with it was the black with the white lines. I guess it was like a chalkboard paper. So I used black paper that I just got from Joann's, and I used my Silhouette's white sketch pen to make lines. I didn't make it perfectly the same width as the other one, but honestly, I mean, you can't even really tell. Like, you can tell, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. So I am going to make this page exactly identical to the first page. It's just going to be opposite. So I am using all of the same papers, and I already had them all cut up from using them on the page before. So I am just getting those all ready and positioned in the right places. And of course, my glue gun, what's it called, ATG, ran out right as I was, starting this layout. So I am going to put that together, and I think I actually put it on the wrong way. I think this is the wrong way. Yeah, I was going to say that is the wrong way. I don't know why I did it like that. I just wasn't thinking about it. So here I'm just putting that together, and then I will start gluing all of these things down. I'm going to glue these pictures just to some plain white cardstock, and I'm going to use both of these, and they are going to stay the full 4x6. I could cut them down, but I just really liked having the full image on there. I just really liked the effect it gave. So now I am going to start inking the edges of all of these papers, and I just am using the ink blending foam thing. I don't know what those are called, that you can buy. I just get mine from Michael's. So I'm just doing that on all of the papers and on the pictures as well. It just kind of adds a little bit more interest to them. I am going to cut out a little bit of this so you don't have to see me doing all of the inking. I realized a little bit after doing all the inking that I picked up the wrong piece of paper, and so I went and grabbed this tree one, which is the right piece of pattern paper. And now I'm going to spend some time rearranging the papers. I wanted them to be similar to the page before it, but kind of opposite. And so I'm going to switch these around, and now I am going to, I decided I was going to do the stars on this layout as well, and I wanted to do them on the left side instead of on the right side. So I'm going to do that for a little while, and I'm going to end up cutting some of that out because, like the other layout, it takes quite a bit of time to do this, so I don't want you to get bored. But I really do love how these gold stars stand out on this black paper, and it was just a lot of fun doing this. I don't use rub-ons a whole lot, and so this is something different for me, and it's always fun to do something different. So I am going to end up stopping it right here, and here I'm going to finish up the stars. That's the last one I put on there, and that was the last one I had, actually. And I had this I love you, and it actually said I love you to the moon and back, but I just kind of thought it would be cute to put that I love you down there. Even though he's throwing a tantrum, I mean, you still, like I said in the layout before, you look back on it and it's kind of funny. And so now that I'm scrapping these pictures, like, what, 7, 8 years later, that it's just funny to look back on this and just to laugh and realize that I do love him even when he does throw fits, because he's 8 years old now, almost 9, and he still throws fits. So it's just one of those things of being a kid, I think. So I'm going to glue all of these papers down. Oh, and then Tinian, my 4-year-old, came in and wanted me to help him with he loves to do these kindergarten papers. And so I'm sorry, I didn't cut that out. I forgot it was in there. So I just helped him for a little bit with that. Okay, so now I am getting back to the layout. I'm trying to figure out where and how I want to kind of place these photos. And I'm also going to be doing the banners that are at the top on this layout as well. So I'm going to cut these out. And I believe the only paper that I use that is the same is that candy cane stripe one, and maybe that polka dot one. I can't remember. Okay, so yeah, sorry. I was checking in my album because I already put these layouts away. And so the only paper that I use for the banners at the top that is the same as the first page is that candy cane striped one. So I'm going to place those down at the top. And I kind of wanted them to be two different sizes, so I'm putting some of them a little bit higher over the edge of the page, and then I'll just cut it down. And here I'm placing my photos. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do around the photos, and so I'm going to use this doily, and I'm going to put one up there in the left corner by that first picture, and then one in the bottom right hand corner. And for that paper, the background paper that I matted the photos with, I was just using a scratch piece of paper, as you can tell. Sometimes I do that because I don't want to waste paper. And here I'm going to add some chipboard element pieces as well as some of these enamel dots. And the enamel dots are from a Studio Calico kit. I don't remember which kit it came from. And then I had this star, this wood veneer star. I'm going to glue that down. And also that chipboard element above it that has the present, that's the presents. And I had this little chipboard piece that said peace on it, like P-E-A-C-E. But I'm just thinking that doesn't really go because this isn't a peaceful moment, and so I probably shouldn't put it on the layout. So here I'm just using my glossy accents to make sure these chipboard pieces stay down, because sometimes they don't always stay sticky, even though there's stickiness on the back. And I had a few different element pieces from that chipboard set. There was that tree, and I'm just trying to see if maybe any of these other Christmas elements could go on there. And I liked this red bow, so I'm going to put it on that wood veneer, and it's going to just go right there at the top of the star. And then I pulled off this little adhesive. It had a 3-dimensional sticker on it, and so I put that there. And now I'm thinking, how am I going to embellish the banner area? Because on the other layout there was a strip of, oh, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called, but there was a red strip that I used to embellish that banner area. So I'm going to use this ribbon, this red ribbon, and this green sequin ribbon. It's not really ribbon, it's just green sequins. So I'm going to use my glossy accents to glue those down. And And then I'm going to put that snowflake embellishment right there. So now I'm gluing down that snowflake embellishment because the glue had been ripped off of it since I pulled it from the embellishment pack and then didn't use the whole embellishment. And now I'm just going through my drawer that is off to the left of me. It holds wood veneer embellishments and corks and any silhouette cutouts that I do. And I'm going to pull out those cork stars. I pulled out this wood veneer star and I was thinking I was going to use those, but they were just too big and I didn't want them to take up so much space up there in that area. And so here I pull out the cork embellishments from Studio Calico. And now I'm going to glue those down. It took me a little bit to open those up. And I'm liking the way that's looking, so I'm going to glue those down, and then that is going to be the end of my layout. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you next time. Bye!